A lot of people are going through financial distress. They are going through financial struggles. They are going through a lot of suffering within that no one knows. They have taken a lot of loans. They have tried all the hard work they can do, but they are not getting any significant progress. It has even gotten to an extent where they have concluded that trying harder doesn't necessarily give them the financial success they want again. If you are in that situation, or if you find yourself in those shoes, please take time to watch this video to the end. I know 90% of the people that will begin this video will not get to the end. Please be part of the 10% who will get to the end. Follow the instructions and put it into practice, and I promise you, within 3 months, you will see a very significant progress in your life. Now, I want to show you how to make a quantum leap to financial progress or financial prosperity. How to make a quantum leap to financial prosperity. And when I talk about a quantum leap, I am talking about having a leap at exponential levels. For example, I am not talking about maybe you were earning 1,000 cedis a month. Okay, now how to earn 1,100 or 1,200. I am giving you strategies that are very effective and can move you from 1,000 to 2,000, from 2,000 to 4,000, from 4,000 to 10,000. You understand? Okay. There is a saying that unconventional progress or success calls for unconventional strategies. So the number one thing I'm going to talk about is change what you have been doing. Change something. Number one thing is change something you have been doing, or do something different. Now, what I want to say is that, you see, if you have been doing something all the time, every day, over the years, and you don't see any progress in your life, if you continue to do it, then you will always get the same results. It does not matter how hard you work at doing that particular thing, but the results you are going to get will still be within that same lane. This is not an argument against hard work. No. It could be a particular thing you have been doing. I'm not saying you should not be determined to achieve that particular thing you have been doing, even if you haven't got there yet. No, that's not what I'm talking. But I am talking about if the strategy you have been using is not working. It may be that you are even not changing what your main goal is. You are not changing what your main goal is. You are changing the strategy you have been using to get to your main goal. So, for example, if your goal is to sell something, maybe the strategy you are using to sell is the method that is not working, but what you are selling could actually be something that will lead to your breakthrough or your success. Another thing, for example, your goal is to get financial freedom. If you are trying harder and harder and harder and you are not actually getting the financial freedom, it does not mean that you can't achieve financial freedom. It actually means that your strategy for achieving that financial freedom is what is not working. So you should change your method of getting to that particular goal. So change something you have been doing. If your method is not effective, you could be trying harder and harder and harder and harder and not getting to that goal. And you will see people who have not spent up to the time you have spent, but are getting more dramatic and effective results than you. So what you need to do is to do something different. Take an unconventional approach. Look for new ideas of doing that particular thing. Find a new strategy. Find an effective strategy to do that particular thing. So that's the number one thing. Do something different. Number two, read financial freedom books. This one, I have said it over and over and over again, especially if you are someone who has been following this channel, the videos I publish on this channel. But the truth is that people don't do it. I can tell you that I don't know who you are, but sit down and ask yourself, from January to now, we are in the 6th month, how many books have you read? How many books have you read from January to now? If from January to now, you have not read any book, and you are looking for financial freedom, then forget about it. Why am I saying so? Much of the things that will give you money is in ideas. They are ideas. No matter what, I have said it that anything that you can physically see on this planet was once a mental idea. It was an idea before it manifested in the physical form. So anything you will ever see physically was once mental. So if you don't read, how are you going to get the ideas? If you don't read, you are not going to get the ideas. You are not going to be able to discover new ways of doing things. So you will be stuck with the old ideas that you know. And that is why you won't make the progress. You have to read books. And when I say read books, don't read any book. Read financial freedom books. Read personal development books. Read books about books that will stretch your mind. Books that will stretch your thinking. Because if you don't read, the information you know, no matter how hard you try, you're going to get to a point where you have reached to the limit of the ideas that you have. So no matter how hard you work, you won't make any progress until you have new information, new ideas. So you have to read. When you read, you get other people's perspective about doing things. You get new ways of doing things. You get to discover new ideas. You expand your thinking capacity and what you can achieve. So reading helps. Don't read any boring book. Read books that you are passionate about. So for example, when I say read personal development or financial books, then you go and take 5 books, or you research about 5 books and you start reading the first one, it's not interesting to you, leave it. Go to the second one. If it is not interesting, leave it. Among the 5, you will find one of them that will be more interesting than the rest. Then start with the most interesting one. When you finish, then you continue to the next one. And not just starting with the most interesting one. Start with the one that will have more direct answers to the problems you are facing now. When you are reading something that will be answering the problems to your life now, you'll be more passionate about reading it to the end. So read. Okay. So the second one is about reading financial freedom books. The third one is developing a new skill or product and selling it, like develop a way to sell it. Now, what do I mean? You see, most of you, until you develop a new idea, a new skill, or a new product, you can never achieve any more financial progress. What do I mean? For this new skill, there are just basically 2 ways to make money. Either you have a skill to provide a service, or you have a product. So if you don't have a skill, and let's say the only source of income is your salary. Let's even say you have salary. There are some of you who may not even take salary. You don't even have any source of income at all. But let's say your income is salary, and you don't develop a skill that you can offer to someone for money. How do you expect to make that money? You can never achieve any financial progress. So develop a skill or a product. And when I say a product, the product may not necessarily be you developing it. You could buy it and sell. So if you don't have a new skill, or if you don't have a product, you can never make any money. So I have been saying, why don't you learn? From January to now, how many YouTube videos have you watched? You may have watched many YouTube videos, but I'm not just talking of watching funny comedy or entertainment, news, gossip. I'm talking about videos about learning a skill. How many videos have you watched on how to learn certain skills that you don't have? Most of you don't watch, and you leave, and you have 24 hours in a day. Even if you spend 8 hours at your workplace, the remaining 8 hours, what do you use it for? You cannot account for anything meaningful that you've been doing with it. Maybe you use it to chat, to call people, to do a lot of things that will not help you. Spending it on social media is not bad, but if you are on social media that is helping you to earn income, to develop yourself, to become a better person, that's fine. But if you're on social media watching comedies and entertainment and TikTok videos and gossip, you are doing yourself a disservice. And that is why you may be poor as you are watching this video. The fourth one is develop a high level of discipline. Anything that you want to do in this world, look, the major thing that is separating us from achieving our goals is discipline. That's all. I tell you the truth. Any successful person you see is a person of discipline. Even if the person is not disciplined in some areas, but in other areas, he has a high level of discipline. Let me just give you an example. How will you expect to achieve financial discipline. If you don't have financial, financial progress, or maybe financial freedom, if you don't have the discipline to learn a new skill, or to develop a product, or to read a book, all those things I'm telling you, I practice high level of discipline in most areas of my life. That is helping me to achieve far much more than what an average person will achieve. And specifically, every day I try to sleep for at least 30 minutes in the afternoon. 30 minutes in the afternoon. It is not an easy thing to do it. It's not an easy thing. And especially if you're an employee in someone's job, it is not going to be easy for you to get that time to sleep. But I make sure, though I manage a company myself and I'm a CEO, but even when I was an employee, I used to have time to do it. I make sure that I sleep 30 minutes a day. And when I was working for another company or for a government institution as a salaried worker, one thing I used to do is, anytime I close from work, I go and make sure that by 5 o'clock I sleep. I used to sleep from 5 to 8, 5, around 5 to... I used to sleep early and make sure that I wake up every day, 3 o'clock. Every day I wake up 3 o'clock, like at that time. Now, I sleep 30 minutes every day in the afternoon, at least 30 minutes to 1 hour. And that helps me to work a little bit late at night. For example, sometimes I wake up to 10 p.m. I'm not saying that what I do exactly, you should do it. But I just want you to know that you can develop a habit. That is discipline. That me even doing it for up to 1 month consistently every day, sleeping for 30 minutes in the afternoon, is not an easy thing. But I've made it a habit. Now it is part of my life. Every day I sleep for that 30 minutes or 1 hour. And it helps me to do more than what I could have expected. Because when I sleep for that 30 minutes and I wake up, it's like I have fresh energy in the second half of the day. And so I am able to work from 2, 3 up to 8 p.m. without getting tired. This is not what you may necessarily have to do, but you can do something else. If you don't have discipline in reading, you could discipline yourself how to read. In the past 5 years or 4 years, since 2018 to now, I have resolved to read at least 4 books in a month. And I have consistently been doing it for the last 4 years, since 2018 to now. You can build a habit and develop a new habit and do something that you've never done before. That is the 5th one, develop a new habit. And I believe that if you follow these 5 processes, you develop a new habit, you do something different, you read financial freedom books, you develop a new skill or product, you sell yourself, and you develop high level of discipline. I am telling you that you are going to be able to you are going to be a great person. Okay, you are going to be a very great person, and you are going to see dramatic change in your results that no average person can have that type of results. If you are new here, please subscribe to this channel, turn on the notification bell, leave your comments in the comment section, and let me know your takeaway from this video. If this video has really helped you, subscribe, like it, and leave a comment. I'll be doing more powerful videos in the next few days on how to really have that radical change to achieve the goals you really want to achieve. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.